Hi, welcome to my set.
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood.
Because a lot of the stuff here is made out of wood.
No need to be afraid, there's something in the glade there.
Hi, my name is Eric Zindorf and I am the scenic designer here at the Academy Theater, and the show that we're working on today is Into the Woods, which is one of my favorite shows, so I'm very excited to work on this set. The process starts with me getting the script so I have time to read through it and really think about how the actors and the set pieces will interact together. I will spend a few weeks drawing and researching and creating plans to submit to the builders here. When we met with the director, he and I had a pretty good idea of the woods of Into the Woods being the most present thing and always being on the set. We were able to build giant trees that are going to disguise all of the other pieces. Here we have what is going to be the baker's cottage. So on the front will be two very large pine trees to hide what is inside. And then this set piece over here will be a combination of Cinderella's kitchen and Rapunzel's tower. And then this will shut and have a tree that will go up the entire thing. So a lot of the stuff here is made just from wood framing the same way you would frame out a house. The goal is to make it feel more natural by removing as many straight lines as possible. Over here we have another twisted tree that was made by Joe. He's very talented artist and sculptor. Really mold out a more natural shape with a kind of a paper mache process.
Just wouldn't true. Look at her complexion, still untouched by the sun. Children need protection just the way they need affection, or they wonder and they wander and they run.
My artistic background is kind of all over the place. I think it started in 3rd grade when I realized what Sailor Moon was and started drawing anime forever. And that kind of grew into me wanting to explore different ways of drawing and creating, breaking out from doing 2D to 3D. And I also had an extreme interest in architecture and building. I can satisfy all of my artistic desires when it comes to set building. One of my favorite things in the beginning of me working for the Academy was taking the same static set and recreating it for 2 different shows. And so it existed before for Rocky Horror, and then I was able to take the same building and turn it into a set for Oliver, and then I was able to take the exact same building and turn it into a set for Cabaret, and each one had its own feel to it, to where you couldn't really tell unless if you were breaking it down to the bones that it was the same thing. Besides having an interest in, I have no experience in theater and the workings of it. So this was a really fun experience for me over time and learning how things work from flies and the needs of the actors actually being able to move through the space. Sanding the edges of things so no costumes are ripped and no splinters are given to any of the actors' hands. I think one thing that's pretty surprising about the scenic design process is how small the crew is for building. And the fact that it is all volunteer-based, we're really appreciative here of everybody that can come in and dedicate their time to really bringing the vision to life. The lighting and the sound and everything brought together, everything just becomes a lot more magical. It feels like I'm living in a fantasy of a collaborative creation.